hoped to do this video before it got dark, but it's that time of year where light is extremely limited at the moment. So hello to anyone who is new. I am Nicola. I will be the third generation here on our family farm in the north of Scotland. We have suckler cows and breeding sheep. We also do a small amount of spring barley, which half would go for malting to make whisky and the other half we keep to feed to our livestock. I absolutely love sharing what goes on here on our family farm. You get the good and bad with me. I feel it's very important to share a realistic approach of what goes on a working farm. I am putting up a fence in our Neeps here. It's a good Scottish word. So we grow just a small amount of Neeps. It's about 8 acres I think here. We used to feed them to the sheep pre-lambing. They would come on and off every day. Bought yow lambs the past few years and I've put the yow lambs on the Neeps and they've done really well on them. They would eat majority of them and then we'd lift some and feed them to the yows post-lambing. But this year we're going to have to feed it all to the yow lambs. So yesterday I found out that our Neeps have been lacking boron, which means that basically they are rotting from the inside out. So the frost is going to speed up that process, and Neeps aren't a cheap product to grow. I'm going to get the yow lambs on here and just start them eating them so they don't get wasted. Hope that we have a good early spring and there's lots of fresh grass for the yows to eat post-lambing. This is what it looks like. We normally grow the variety Rootatofty, but it wasn't available this year. So we went for Invitation instead. The sheep absolutely love Neeps. We even eat these Neeps. They're a great winter vegetable, enjoyed by our livestock and by us. So I was planning on putting the fence up over that side of the Neeps so the yow lambs could get onto the stubbles where it was a wee bit drier for them. There was quite a lot of heads of barley have either fallen off at harvesting or just before, and if the sheep eat too many heads then it could cause them to blow up, get barley poisoning, and it could be fatal. Our Neeps are grown in drills here, so you can see the lines coming down each drill. This is because we used to lift them, as I said, for the yows post-lambing, and our lifter needed them on the drills because that made it easier. Got my line for the wire now, tightened them up a wee bit, so I'm going to walk up and put these posts in now to help hold the wire. Yeah, the fence is working. Just accidentally touched it. So I've literally just got them in the gate, just pushing them up a wee bit away from the gate. There's already one jump through. I literally went against the fence and got a jag, shot forward. Little rascal. So I'm going to go take her out. So a couple of them I've seen getting wee jags already, which isn't a bad thing because it then gets them used to the fence being on and they know they should learn discipline, that they can't cross it. But we'll wait and see. I've probably mentioned a heap of times now, we have got the shed which we will be lambing in. So this is going to be a huge change for us. Preparations are starting just now, pre-tupping for lambing. Normally they are just left, tups go in, left and out they come, and then it's just the yows lamb as and when they were tupped. This year we're going to have to do something slightly differently. Here I have a box full of tupping harnesses. This is going to be a fair change. So every tup is going to have to get a harness and a crayon, which is these ones. They go into the harness and then when the tup mates the yow, they leave a mark on the yow's backside. It's crayon colour change day for the tups. So let's go get the first batch of yows in and get the colours changed. Come back. about 1,000 head of sheep, just over. The Scottish mules are our commercial flock, and they're breeding lambs that will go into the food chain. I can't have all the ewes in the shed at one time. I'll have to split them into lots. So if the wheat came first, I'd change the colour, or if the number that I needed for that shed space came first, I would do it that way. I hope that kind of makes sense. But yeah, that's the way I've done it this year, so we'll see how it goes. We have a small flock of pure Texels that breed our replacement tups. They have harnesses on that go round each shoulder, and then there's a strap comes up around the back here. I have crayons here on their chest. You can see this one is green. I'll be getting swapped to orange. So the crayons slide in, and then see there's a wee clip at the back there that holds the crayon in place so it can't come back out again. That's their colours all changed, back out they go, and they aren't for hanging about. Obviously we've never done all of the lambing inside. With the crayons this year, I've done it that way. We'll see how it goes. I might change it next year. I started off with red, and then I went to blue, to green, and now I've gone to orange. I probably would change the colours slightly, but when I put the tups out, I was originally going to just do 2 colours and do 2.5 weeks one colour, 2.5 weeks another colour. But then I was speaking to a few folk and they were saying you need to be careful because obviously numbers in the shed, you might have too many on one colour, not fit them in the shed, and then it creates a hassle at lambing time. So I will change the colours. I'll start off probably lighter colours and then go to darker. Just come back up to the Neeps to check. They're fairly starting to eat them down now, and everyone has stayed the right side of the wire. I've said that now, but tomorrow I'll probably come back and there'll be some the wrong side. But for now, it's holding them. So that's it for this video. Thank you as always for watching, and we'll see you for the next one.